Peace. You already know, $1.50. Let me adjust this lighting. The lighting throws everything off like it's foggy in here. Let me see if I can get better lighting. I can't get better lighting. Everything is just what it is right now. You know what I'm saying? I can't get better lighting right now. Everything is just what it is. You know, the window is the light from the window. Everything is kind of what it is, you know. Check it. Now, I don't agree with the Capitol building being fenced in. We can't be heard as Americans. We have liberties that aren't being afforded to us because of someone challenging the system to the extent of the Capitol invasion. One time Capitol invasion, everybody has to suffer. I don't know how long we're going to have to suffer. I don't know how long everyone can go without hearing me. You know, if I was at the Capitol building, I'd be distributing my vaccine stimulus check business cards so that the mainstream America would have the option or the opportunity to have stimulus checks and vaccines in no less of a place. That would be my first and foremost presence at the Capitol building. And when I'm not allowed to do that, and everybody has to suffer, you know, it's in a deadly way. The way that everybody has to suffer is deadly. It's intimidating. It's humiliating at times where, you know, people are without food, people are without vaccines, people are without, you know, vaccine and food in the same exact place. Like, why can't you be full when you have a vaccine? Why do you have to be hungry with the vaccine? You have the vaccine, but you just don't have no food. You're going to starve. It's kind of contradicting, you know. So when you have a situation like that, you say, well, is this process that $1.50 is implementing or attempting to implement that real? You know, why won't they conform to the better way of doing things? That's a good question, is what I'm asking. You know, that's a good question. Why won't they do it? You know, and you know, Nancy Pelosi's been contacted. The president's been contacted. Vice President Kamala Harris. I contacted Kamala Harris in the effort to fund the hip hop headquarters at some time ago. The hip hop headquarters is going to have hip hop sick pay. It's going to have hip hop police departments, hip hop courtrooms, hip hop temples, hip hop training. You know, when I approached the government with not vaccines per se, but I approached the government with the vaccine approach to the better distribution of the vaccine. I did approach them that way, and neither time was I acknowledged. I wasn't acknowledged neither time, whether it was the hip hop headquarters or whether it was the vaccine distribution process that I'm assisting in. And no less were placed in FedEx, UPS, United States Postal Service, Moderna, Pfizer, and Johnson & Johnson. Now, when you have a situation where Novavax is joining the team, I need to be acknowledged. I need to be acknowledged. What I'm doing and what I'm attempting to implement into the mainstream is a process for the betterment of humanity. It's not just some self-preference that I compose myself. This is for the betterment of humanity. If I have a fire extinguisher in here, which I do, let me show you my fire extinguisher. This is my fire extinguisher. It has a flag on it. It has business cards lodged in between the flag. These are the business cards that I lodged to make sure they're in no less of a place. Fire extinguisher, business cards, and the United States flag. This just showing you my fire extinguisher. I'm not just talking. I'm doing what I'm saying, and I'm saying what I'm doing. Now, this fire extinguisher, I'm going to sit it right here. I'm going to sit it right here with the business cards. The business cards, the fire extinguisher. I'm going to sit it right there. Now, you have these extremes where I don't know if the fire department is going to step up their game and say, well, listen, this person is practicing safety. OSHA needs to step in. This person is consistent enough to have a fire extinguisher with the United States flag with business cards printed as staples. Might I add, I didn't hand design the cards and print them out myself. They were printed as staples. So you have to conclude that if you have business cards consistent with having a credit card and your own information in your own name, this is not your usual individual. You have to conclude that it takes a lot of ignoring or lack of acknowledgement not to, acknowledge somebody with that much of credential presence. So when you have that much lack of acknowledgement, who's responsible? Is it the president? Is it the vice president? Is it Congress? Because the death toll is what it is, 600,000 plus dead bodies. Before that reaches me, I got my fire extinguisher set up. I got my business cards. I got my United States flag. I'm ready. I'm ready for I'm in combat right now. These are the extremes that I'm up against just in the distribution process. Now, I make hip hop music. I do car commercial videos. I do real estate commercials, $100 million property real estate commercial videos, $50 million real estate commercial videos. I haven't earned any money yet for questionable reasons, but certainly position myself in that level in that playing field. Nobody else is there. I'm there by myself, selling cars, real estate, practicing safety, distributing vaccine, coming up with hip hop laws and guidelines. There should be hip hop training for all artists. There's no way you're gonna have an artist perform for a large audience of people and they not have the proper training. It's no way. It's going to mislead that many people every time they do a show. So, the hip hop headquarters is for that. But, without the acknowledgement of these basic things like distribution of the vaccine, I assist in the stimulus check process as well, but that's neither here nor there. I won't say that I'm on Twitter with a Bible, with hearts, clubs, diamonds, spades, 4 seasons, summer, fall, winter, spring, day and night, the time of day, and at times I'll have north, south, east, and west on the Bible page, on one page. The Hearts Club Diamond Spade go from one page to the next page, 4 sections. So having north and south, east and west on one page, and having north, south, east, and west on the next page, everything is in the same place. The Bible itself is in the same place. I study along the way. I know that if God told Noah to build an ark because he was going to kill everybody because of violence, I know that if Noah had to build that ark, he was going to get in a fight along the way. He was going to have to kill possibly along the way. God didn't tell him to be ready to kill, be ready to fight, building an ark, because he said build an ark. He didn't say get in a fight. But he didn't say, we're going to give you specific instructions not to get in a fight. You need to practice safety. He didn't say none of that. God just said build an ark. I'm going to flood the joint, and kill everybody else, and you're going to get out of there because I'm going to make sure you get out of there. To build an ark. He didn't say you was going to get you're going to have to shoot 5 people. None of that. So when I'm doing the hip hop headquarters and, I'm going through the turbulent extremes of being challenged by the local artists and things like that. I'm doing $100 million real estate properties in hip hop commercials. I'm doing car commercial videos, $200,000 car commercial videos. I don't know how many cars I sold, but I'm moving. I'm moving through the mainstream. And don't think I'm not going to get paid, because I haven't been paid, because everything is funded by the government. Hypothetically, if I was to receive Social Security, bought a laptop computer, uploaded, my videos with my new laptop computer, it's all government affiliated. The information is government affiliated. So you're not going to take my information and say, well, we're going to use his videos and sell cars and not give him anything, and don't think it's repercussions for embezzlement. That's embezzlement. That's money laundering. Because you knowingly transferring information through me to sell cars without reimbursing me. It's laws against, making people work without paying them. It's Constitution. The constitutional amendment for making somebody work without pay is the 13th Amendment, abolishment of slavery. The abolishment of slavery prevents anybody from working and not being paid for it. My flag, my fire extinguisher, my business cards, if you think you're going to sell all those cars, Bugatti, all those cars, Lamborghini, all those cars, Bentley, all those cars, Mercedes-Benz, BMW, and not include me for a second, and think that this fire extinguisher, this United States flag, these business cards aren't going to be substantial enough to prompt the fair distribution of the monies directly related to those Social Security checks that I use to purchase my computer. Those stimulus checks I use to purchase the camera. You don't think that level of information transferring would be enough protocol to prompt you to pay me? Why would you try and evade paying me, evade the responsibility of paying me while the obviousness is present? Everybody's watching this. You're on the internet. You're in public. You're in a public place. Bugatti, you're in a public place, Lamborghini. Why are you doing this, Ferrari? It doesn't make logical sense. You're not invincible to the law. The law is going to be consistent as the gavel plaque with Moderna, Pfizer, and Johnson & Johnson. Newly to be a part of the team, Novavax. When you have that level of chemistry geared towards equality and fairness and peace and harmony and law and order, why even abandon your identity to perpetuate some type of unusual delay or extremes to present themselves? I haven't even had a bath the entire experience. I haven't had, therapy. I haven't had my feet done. I haven't, things I haven't done that I should have, regularly are just elsewhere right now. But I know what I'm talking about. Bugatti. I know what I'm talking about, Lamborghini. I know what I'm talking about, Ferrari. You cannot abandon your identity and be aimed at me and here live on camera with this United States flag and this fire extinguisher. And I made an extra effort to show you my fire extinguisher. I didn't just leave it, to the side like it was. I said, well, I can get in this picture with the United States flag, the business cards. I can get in a picture with these business cards lodged in the fire extinguisher. Let me make sure they don't fall down. They look like they're about to fall. So, I can get in this picture. It's not that big of a deal. I can get in this picture. I It's a little cluttered, but what else? What else is going on? Nothing else is going on. You listening to me right now. I'm giving you me right now. Now, saying that to say, Bugatti, Lamborghini, Ferrari, you can easily donate to the 1,000 Million Foundation. I'm saying it's okay. I'm not pressing charges against Lamborghini, Bugatti, and Ferrari, BMW, Mercedes, Porsche. I'm not pressing charges right at this point. But know that the consistency of this fire extinguisher is not a fist fight. The consistency of this United States flag and fire extinguisher combination with business cards, Bugatti, that's a Bugatti business card. Let me show you the business cards. The business card, this is a Bugatti business card. So you have an idea what type of business cards I do have. That's a Bugatti business card. A Bugatti business card with the VIN number. There's the VIN number right there. You see the VIN number? The VIN number is here. This is the VIN number here. This is the VIN number. You see the VIN number? So you get a better look. See there? This is a Bugatti business card that I made through Staples. This is my 1,000 Million Foundation business card. 1,000 Million Foundation. I'm not trying to steal nothing. I'm generating real information right now. Right now, as I speak, you can go to this location, 1000millionfoundation.com, and donate some money and make sure this situation doesn't escalate any further out of context than it has been. I could show you. Here's another business card. Here's another business card. $1.50 work equals $1.50 pay. Channel car. Lamborghini Aventador. SVJ. 63. VIN number. The VIN number of the car. Let me make sure you can see what the VIN number of the car right here. Right here. Right here. Lamborghini. It says Lamborghini. There's a picture of the car. The VIN number of the car is on the car. If I couldn't afford the car, I wouldn't have the car there, based on generating this level of information. When you see the level of information I generate with car videos, stimulus check distribution, vaccine distribution, when you see that, I'm well within reason to purchasing a channel car. So, to abandon your identity, Bugatti, Ferrari, Lamborghini, Mercedes-Benz, Jaguar even, Porsche, when you abandon your identity and not pay me, but you want to be paid. You hoarding all of those cars being sold and not really, and you're paying taxes. You're paying taxes, so the responsibility of paying taxes is turned into a crime because you have to embezzle money in order to pay taxes that aren't in their proper context. You have to lie on your tax statements in order to pay your taxes because you're not including me in the tax paying process. The IRS is watching without me saying what I'm saying. When I say what I'm saying, the United States flag and the fire extinguisher and the business cards don't help your story in me. Whatever story you got put together, whatever you watching me make videos, you like my videos. Tell the truth. Donate. What are you playing around for? This is real life. This is a live broadcast on YouTube. Donate. You see my work. This is $1.50 of the 1,000 Million Foundation. 1,000 million is $1 billion. Correction. 1,000 million is 1 billion of anything that is 1,000 million of. 1,000 million baseballs, 1,000 million baseball bats, 1,000 million animals, 1,000, whatever the 1,000 million would mean, it would mean, so most certainly I said 1,000 million for my business for it to mean money. 1,000 million foundation would mean a $1 billion foundation. That's what I was aiming at, but I wouldn't limit myself to a 1,000 million equaling money. I wouldn't limit myself. I would be well within reason of 1,000 million of anything being as universal as I would be with Gideon Bible, with north, south, east, and west on it, with the time of day, with 4 seasons, with 4 suits every suit in the deck, with my birthday being 1968, which is exactly 52 years from now that I was born. A deck of cards right now. What are you playing with, Lamborghini? What are you playing with, Bugatti? I was born in 1968. Do your math. 1968, and not of this month, but certainly I have a birthday coming up that's going to push me towards 53, not 52. But certainly I'm enjoying the experience of 52. Nobody's right all the time. I'm right this time. You owe me a lot of money, Bugatti. Bugatti, can you deposit some money in my account so I won't be asking you for money? I'm giving you information. I'm giving you my work right now. You seeing my expertise and the quality of information I generate right now. If you wait for that vaccine process to land before you, without my gavel plaque, with my new chemistry that I composed, not the website chemistry, the new chemistry I'm composing. I'm composing a new chemistry. The new chemistry involves 10 locations on a gavel plaque that are all .com. All the locations are .com. I'll give you that clue. All of them are digital locations, 1 through 10, numbered 1 through 10. I'm pretty sure they're going to number them because that's how I listed them when I wrote it down. I numbered them. So I'm pretty sure they're going to number them. But, my point is, when you get that digital and the resistance being applied to, these vehicles being sold, the resistance being applied to this real estate being sold that I'm advertising to be sold in $100 million tax bracket. When you get to that, when you reach that level of business, you don't want to be committing a crime at that point. You want to be law-abiding. Embezzlement is easy to be exposed to once you're making $100 million. Once you're making $1 billion a year, you can easily get charged with embezzlement, money laundering, because once you withhold classified information from the IRS, you commit a crime right there. You commit a crime. You can't tell the IRS he was making videos and we sold 200,000. We sold 200,000 cars instead of our usual 50,000 cars, but we didn't report it. You didn't notice 150,000 cars going by? You mean to tell me you sold an extra 150,000 cars, and you didn't notice that for one moment the 50,000 cars that you usually sell wasn't bizarrely out of place, that you would report it to the IRS or pay the person responsible? Because you can trace who's responsible for the sales. Where did you learn about this vehicle? Oh, Dolla50. I watched the Dolla50 Range Rover video. I watched the $1.50 Ford Explorer video. I watched the $1.50 Lamborghini video. I watched the $1.50 Bentley video. I watched the $1.50 Mercedes-Benz video. I watched the $1.50 BMW video. I watched all these videos that $1.50 generates, and I just didn't think to pay him. That's not a good story. You're gonna have to come up with more than that, because I'm not charging you with a crime. I'm not charging you with a crime, but as the accountability escalates, I'm making this live broadcast and saying, listen, Bugatti, your plan is not looking that well. You're abandoning your identity, the responsibility of paying your taxes or paying who you're supposed to pay before it's concluded to be a crime. You're abandoning your identity. And it's unnecessary. Why abandon your identity just so I don't get paid? Not only Bugatti's abandoning their identity, BMW, Mercedes, Ferrari, Lamborghini are all in the same exact order, abandoning their identity all at the same time. You don't think that's going to be traceable by the IRS? They're watching every move that you make. You're reporting, you're paying your taxes. You got to be joking. You paying your taxes? How are you paying your taxes? What are you paying your taxes based on? Because Dolla50's moving through the mainstream with his videos. They love his videos in the pandemic. People buying Lamborghinis all over the place. People with welfare buying Lamborghinis. What are you doing, Lamborghini? You got people in the projects with Lamborghinis. Lamborghini, what are you doing? So I'm not pressing charges at this point, but you can make your donations now. You can start, sneaking a donation in, to have a conversation. You don't have to do this. We don't have to go that winding road through court process of the IRS. The IRS is not going to court that many times. The automobile industry, the real estate industry, the IRS is not going to do all that. The IRS, the Federal Reserve they're going to put together some type of solution and come to some type of result. But your accountability is going to have to be present along the way. You're not going to be able to escape the responsibility, the burden of paying your taxes on time within reason of what you actually generate. They gave me money from a stimulus check. I bought a computer. They gave me money from a stimulus check. I bought a computer. I bought a camera. They gave me money from a stimulus check, and I bought a computer and a camera and some other things to generate car videos, to generate real estate videos, to generate vaccine distribution, to generate stimulus checks. Everybody saw me do it. I don't have to prove myself. Once they see this live broadcast, it's going to be crazy for the mainstream to see just how consistent my information really is. My information is consistent to the extent of not even really having to prove myself. There's a fire extinguisher, the United States flag, there's business cards. Now I ain't have to prove myself. Can you just put my car, where it would rightfully be? I wouldn't be in this district with a Bugatti, no doubt. I wouldn't be in this district with a Lamborghini, no doubt. But you can meet me halfway. You're not even trying. You're just watching my broadcast. You watching the Mad Butter channel that I just created because platinum members was being challenged by YouTube, where I made Vaccine 911 video and I made Vaccine 911 2 Part 2 video, and they gave me a content strike on both of the videos because they said I was misrepresenting the vaccine. Crazy. They told me I was misrepresenting the vaccine and that YouTube was more consistent than I was with the vaccine process. That's what they told me. I'll show you the videos again to show you that these videos are well within reason of representing the vaccine and the process and all the related information that transfers as a direct result of my videos. My videos had cars in them. It had other artists. It had Amtrak. It had business card information. It had gavel plaques in the videos. So when you take levels of information that are clearly within reason of being in a proper context, and you take the authority of YouTube and say we're going to strike your content and suspend your access to YouTube, the accountability is what it is, but it's exhausting at times. It's exhausting explaining, they're not right. I'm right. They're not right. YouTube is not right. I should have gotten a play button by now. I should have gotten, well within reason of being successful by being a YouTube professional. I should have been well within reason of being a YouTube professional by now. I don't get it. Right now, see if I got any likes. Look at it. How many likes are there? Right now, see how many subscribers there are. Right now, see how many people are watching this live stream. This live stream reaches Twitter, and maybe 75 people watched the live stream. I recorded one of the live streams that I made, and it got to like 75 people watched the live stream. You mean to tell me this level of information transfers, I don't have one like, no subscribers, no YouTube, nothing, no monetization. Everything is completely questionable. Completely questionable. The car industry, the real estate industry, the Congress not affording the monies to facilitate the distribution process. None of this is in its proper context. And as I explain it, I'm not experiencing a lot of resistance, but I just experienced a turbulent extreme of someone possibly going to the bathroom. Someone possibly aligning them going to the bathroom with me talking. I just experiencing that, but not saying exactly what the combination they use to do it. Just saying while I'm talking, the information is so impossible. I can detect when somebody's creating some type of challenge as opposed to what I'm obviously saying. I'm obviously saying what I'm saying, and it's consistent enough that if somebody jumped in front of me and went to the bathroom, I can tell the difference to some extent. Hypothetically. It's all hypothetical. I don't want a YouTube strike. It's all hypothetical. So I close with saying, we the people, that's my title of my video, we the people, we want access to the Capitol building. We don't have the option to say, look, we're being treated unfairly here. This is abusive. We don't have the option to say that with this fence around the Capitol building. You're doing things to us as people of America that I will clearly exercise my freedom of speech, my freedom of religion, my freedom of press, and my right to redress government with grievances, and my efforts to establish my presence in the mainstream. Peace. Dolla50, the 1,000 Million Foundation. I close this live stream. Peace.